promote the overall development of Africa, particularly in the tertiary education sector.
Aautv provides a platform and shares a lot of information to a broader audience. So we wish you all the best, and please continue.
You're welcome to the Aautv Midweek News, and we're coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities here in Accra, Ghana. And now to our top stories for today. In higher education, Ethiopia plans to introduce Chinese and universities. And Discovery, Airtel Kenya expands mobile money. In sports, World Cup star Vozenya joins Kolo Kolo. And international U.S. expands visa bond requirement. Please stay with us for more news on the Aautv Midweek News. My name is Jemima. Deladem Dotsey. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break, and now to the news in detail. Professor Christian Ejari has officially assumed office as the 13th Vice-Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, succeeding Professor Rita Akosua-Dickson, the university's first female Vice-Chancellor. The investiture ceremony in Kumasi brought together government officials, traditional leaders, academics, and other distinguished guests. A renowned professor of pharmaceutical microbiology, Professor Ejari, brings over 2 decades of experience in teaching, research, and university administration. His vision is to strengthen KNUST's global leadership in research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology-driven education.
Professor Christian Ejari has formally been inaugurated as the 13th Vice-Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, taking over from Professor Rita Akosua-Dickson after the successful completion of her tenure. The investiture ceremony held in Kumasi attracted distinguished guests, including the Asantehene, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Chief of Staff at the Presidency, Dr. Julius Debra, academics, traditional authorities, religious leaders, and other stakeholders. A professor of pharmaceutical microbiology, Professor Ejari brings more than 20 years of academic, research, and administrative experience to the role. Before his appointment, he served as provost of the College of Health Sciences, where he led the expansion of academic programs, postgraduate enrollment, and infrastructure development. An internationally recognized researcher, Professor Ejari has published more than 200 peer-reviewed articles, secured over $11 million in competitive research funding, and made significant contributions to pharmaceutical sciences, antimicrobial resistance, and natural products research. As Vice-Chancellor, he aims to strengthen KNUST's global standing through research excellence, innovation, entrepreneurship, digital transformation, and student-centered learning. Professor Ejari is a fellow of the Ghana College of Pharmacists and the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. He is married with 3 children.
Ethiopia's Ministry of Education has announced plans to introduce Chinese as a foreign language in all public and private tertiary institutions as part of effort to strengthen educational, cultural, and economic cooperation with China. The initiative built on existing Mandarin programs and academic partnerships between the 2 countries. The move aims to equip students with global skills, improve employment opportunities, and deepen bilateral ties through expanded language education, research, and academic exchange.
The proposed policy comes as Ethiopia and China continue to expand cooperation in education, trade, and technology. China is Ethiopia's largest trading partner and a major investor, with bilateral trade reaching more than $3.5 billion in 2024. Thousands of Ethiopian students have also benefited from scholarships and academic exchange programs in China. Officials believe introducing Mandarin will give students additional language skills and better prepare them for careers in international business, technology, tourism, and diplomacy. Ethiopia already hosts 2 Confucius Institutes and several Chinese language centers which have supported Mandarin teaching and cultural exchange over the years. However, education experts caution that implementing the program will require significant investment in qualified teachers, teaching materials, and learning facilities. They also note that Mandarin's unique writing system and pronunciation may present challenges for learners, making proper planning and adequate support essential. Analysts further recommended that Chinese be introduced as an optional foreign language rather than a compulsory subject, allowing students to choose it alongside languages such as English, French, and Spanish. The Ministry of Education is expected to engage universities and other stakeholders before finalizing the nationwide implementation of the program.
In health, climate change is increasingly disrupting HIV prevention, treatment, and care across the globe, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, as floods, drought, and extreme weather damage health system, displace communities, and interrupt access to life-saving services. Health experts warn that unless climate resilience is integrated into HIV programs, decades of progress in global fight against HIV could be reversed, leaving vulnerable population at even greater risk.
According to global climate and health technical lead at Pathfinder International, Abraham Ghana, extreme weather events are damaging health facilities, disrupting travel networks, and worsening food insecurity, making it harder for patients to receive testing, treatment, and prevention services. He explained that experiences in countries such as Mozambique, following multiple cyclones, have demonstrated the need to integrate climate resilience into HIV programs to ensure continuity of care during emergencies. Senior Technical Advisor at Pathfinder International, Dr. Jerome Sungunti Luke, also warned that floods, droughts, and heat waves are exposing weaknesses in medicine supply chains, leading to treatment interruptions and increasing the risk of severe illness. He noted that community-based healthcare, mobile clinics, decentralized medicine distribution, and multi-month dispensing of antiretroviral drugs can help maintain treatment during climate emergencies. Experts further caution that women, adolescents, displaced population, and people living in poverty remain the most vulnerable, as climate-related hardship can increase barriers to healthcare and heighten the risk of HIV infection. They are calling for stronger investment in climate-resilient health systems, improved medicine supply chains, and wider access to new long-acting HIV prevention tools to protect decades of progress in the global HIV response.
For 60 years, the Association of African Universities, AAU, has championed collaboration, innovation, and excellence in higher education across Africa. For 6 decades, universities across the continent have worked together to advance knowledge, develop human capital, and drive Africa's transformation. Now, as the AAU celebrates its Diamond Jubilee, the continent's higher education community is preparing for a landmark gathering. From 20th to 23rd July 2027, Nairobi Safari Park Hotel, Kenya will host the 24th Conference of Rectors, Vice Chancellors, and Presidents of African Universities, COREVIP 2027, to commemorate AAU's 60th anniversary celebration. Co-hosted by KCA University, this special edition of COREVIP will bring together university leaders from across Africa government policymakers, global higher education partners, industry leaders, development organizations, technology innovators, research institutions, youth and student representatives, and other higher education stakeholders. Convened under the theme Universities for Africa's Future, repositioning African universities for resilience, relevance, and global impact, the conference narrative connects leadership, investment, innovation, skills, AI, partnerships, and policy. Positioned as a springboard for the future, the program uses the anniversary to launch new initiatives, establish legacy mechanisms, secure commitments, generate declarations, and create investment opportunities among the numerous engagements, as the conference would be a continental policy platform attracting heads of states, presidents, prime ministers, education ministers, and development banks, among others. The conference also offers an opportunity for various communities of practice in higher education to meet, network among themselves, to strengthen their professional collaboration, and plan training sessions to enhance their delivery capacity. These categories of personnel include academic leaders, bursars and finance officers, university librarians, registrars and academic affairs officers, quality assurance officers, ICT and chief digital officers, student affairs and counseling officers, university advancement and partnership officers, researchers and student leaders. CoreVIP 2027 sponsors are not only exhibitors, but integrated into investment fora, roundtables, partnership marketplace, reception events, innovation pavilion, and an award ceremony. Universities and other academic networks are invited to leverage the AAU's 60th anniversary summit to organize their mini summit alongside the Nairobi event. Be part of this historic Diamond Jubilee celebration. Register today and join us in Nairobi, Kenya from 20th to 23rd July 2027.
Welcome back from the break, and now to our discovery story. Airtel Money Kenya has launched a new digital wallet aimed at small businesses as it seeks to expand its presence in Kenya's growing mobile money market. The business wallet, introduced on Monday, targets micro and smaller enterprises by helping merchants separate business transactions from personal finances. The move comes as Airtel increases its market share to 10.9% and intensifies competition with Safaricom's M-Pesa, particularly in the fast-growing merchant payment sector.
The launch of Business Wallet marks Airtel Tigo Kenya's latest effort to move beyond customer acquisition and become a key financial tool for businesses. The platform is designed for traders, small shop owners, saloons, market vendors, and other entrepreneurs who rely on mobile money for daily transactions. Airtel says the wallet will allow users to manage business income separately, improve financial tracking, and support better cash flow management. The company says Airtel Money now serves more than 6 million customers through 270,000 agents and over 2 million merchant outlets across Kenya. Airtel Money Kenya Acting Managing Director, Michael Bonke, says small businesses require more than just a way to send and receive money. He explained that they need financial solutions that support their daily operations. Airtel has now announced that customers transferring money into Business Wallet will not be charged fees, as company seeks to encourage adoption among small businesses. The launch comes as merchant payment becomes the major area of competition in Kenya's mobile money industry. Safaricom's Boshila Bashiara has recorded significant growth, with millions of merchants now using the service. Airtel is now relying on recent upgrades to its mobile money platform to introduce new products faster, strengthen partnerships with banks, and improve transaction security. The company has further introduced a cashback program that returns parts of transaction fees directly to customers' Airtel Money wallets. With Kenya's small businesses driving a large share of employment and economic activity, Airtel is positioning merchant services as next frontier in the country's digital finance competition.
Cape Verdean goalkeeper Vozinha has arrived in Chile to complete his move to Chilean giant Colo-Colo following delays caused by documentation and personal matters. The 40-year-old, who became one of the standout performers at the recent FIFA World Cup, was welcomed by hundreds of fans at Santiago's airport. Vozinha is expected to undergo a medical before signing an initial 6-month contract as Colo-Colo looks to strengthen its title challenge and continental ambitions.
Cape Verde's World Cup sensation, Vozinha, has arrived in Chile to complete his highly anticipated move to Chilean football powerhouse Colo-Colo. The 40-year-old goalkeeper received a rousing welcome from hundreds of supporters at Santiago's airport after delays linked to documentation and personal matters postponed his arrival on 3 occasions. Vozinha captured global attention at the recent FIFA World Cup, becoming the oldest player to feature in his country's tournament debut and earning widespread praise for a series of outstanding performances against football heavyweights, including Spain, Uruguay, and Argentina. The veteran shortstopper is scheduled to undergo medical examinations before signing an initial 6-month contract with an option to extend his stay for another year. Colo-Colo expects Vozinha to begin training immediately after completing the formalities as the club seeks to strengthen its bid for the Chilean league title and qualify for next season's Copa Libertadores. In a special move, the Chilean Football Federation has approved the use of his famous nickname, Vozinha, on the back of his jersey, making him the first player in the league to receive such an exception. The former Chavez goalkeeper arrives in Chile as one of African football's newest global stars, with his remarkable World Cup exploits earning him millions of new fans around the world.
In entertainment, Ghanaian watchmaker Patrick Amufa has unveiled the Warrior King Native Collection, a limited edition luxury watch celebrating Ghana's cultural diversity. Launched recently, the timepiece features a Kente-inspired dial and the names of Ghanaian ethnic groups engraved on its bezel. Combining cultural heritage with precision engineering, the collection aims to showcase Ghanaian craftsmanship while promoting unity across Africa and beyond.
Ghanaian watchmaker Patrick Amufa has unveiled the Warrior King Native Collection, a limited edition luxury timepiece inspired by Ghana's rich cultural heritage. Launched on July 31st, the collection has attracted widespread attention for its distinctive Kente-inspired enamel dial, making it one of the first Ghanaian-designed watches to celebrate the country's cultural identity in such a unique way. The watch features the names of Ghanaian ethnic groups, including the Ewe, Gadangbe, Akan and Gruma, engraved around the bezel, symbolizing the nation's diversity and unity. Designed to international standards, the automatic mechanical timepiece is housed in a 316L stainless steel case with sapphire crystal, a vegetable tan leather strap, water resistance of up to 50 meters, and a 5-year international warranty. Each watch is individually numbered, highlighting its limited edition status. According to the brand, the Warrior King Native Collection is more than a luxury accessory. It is a celebration of Ghana's cultural diversity and a reminder that the country's many ethnic communities are united by a shared heritage. The collection is also expected to promote Ghanaian craftsmanship and carry a message of unity and cultural pride across Africa and the rest of the world.
South Africa has published draft regulations aimed at bringing cross-border cryptocurrency transactions under formal financial oversight. The proposed crypto asset manual, released by the National Treasury and South African Reserve Bank, outlines when crypto transfers become reportable and regulated. The framework is intended to strengthen oversight, curb illicit financial flows, and integrate digital assets into the country's existing exchange control system.
South Africa has taken a major step towards regulating cryptocurrency by publishing draft guidelines for cross-border crypto transactions. The proposed crypto asset manual, jointly released by the National Treasury and the South African Reserve Bank, sets out when cryptocurrency transfers become regulated and must be reported to the country's Financial Surveillance Department. Under the proposed framework, individuals seeking to transfer crypto assets abroad will be required to use authorized crypto asset service providers, with all qualifying transactions subject to regulatory reporting. The authorities say the measures are designed to prevent cryptocurrencies from being used to bypass South Africa's financial controls and to combat illicit financial flows. Domestic purchases and sales of cryptocurrency using the South African rand through authorized local providers will remain unaffected, while offshore crypto transfers will initially be limited to individuals operating within existing foreign exchange allowances. Officials also emphasized that the proposals do not recognize cryptocurrency as legal tender and that further research is underway to refine the regulatory framework. The draft guidelines are open for public consultation, with stakeholders invited to submit comments by September 30.
The United States has introduced a permanent visa bond program requiring certain businesses and tourist visa applicants from 50 countries, including 30 in Africa, to pay security deposits of up to $20,000. The U.S. government says the measure is intended to reduce visa overstays, while critics argue that it could discourage legitimate travel and create financial barriers for many applicants.
The United States has introduced a permanent visa bond program requiring certain applicants from 50 countries, including 30 African nations, to pay security deposits of up to $20,000 before receiving business or tourist visas. The new policy, which took effect on August 3, applies to applicants seeking B1 business and B2 tourist visas. U.S. consular officers will determine whether a bond is required based on individual assessments. The program expands a pilot scheme launched in 2025, increasing the maximum bond amount from $15,000 to $20,000 while removing the previous minimum bond tier. Countries affected include Uganda, Ethiopia, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, among others. The security deposit is refundable if travelers comply with the conditions of their stay in the United States. According to the U.S. Department of State, the initiative is designed to reduce visa overstays and strengthen compliance with immigration regulations. However, immigration experts and tourist advocates have expressed concern that the higher financial requirements could discourage legitimate travelers, particularly from lower-income countries, and negatively affect tourism and business travel to the United States.
Now, thank you for staying with us on the Aautv Midweek News. We'll take a quick look at our top stories. In higher education, Ethiopia plans to introduce Chinese in universities. In Discovery, Airtel Kenya expands mobile money. In sports, World Cup star Wozinya joins Colo Colo. In international, China-US expands visa bond requirements. Thanks for sticking with us on the Aautv Midweek News. You can also get interactive with us on our various social media platforms, Association of African Universities. My name is Jemima, Deladem Dotsey. Have a lovely day.
I'm here with the Association of African Universities Television, Aautv. I just want to say that without the media, you won't know what's going on in the world. Even with the media, you sometimes don't know what's going on in the world. So you need to tune in to the reliable sources who are really on the front lines, who can give you the information you need and give you facts, not conjecture, give you real news, not fake news. And this is the place to find it, Aautv.
The voice of higher education in Africa.
Explore a whole new world of exciting visuals with Aautv. Get ready for a mix of interesting talk shows, interviews, discovery documentaries, and news on Aautv. It's not just about watching TV, it's about experiencing something special. Aautv reaches over 25 countries in Africa, bringing you a blend of knowledge and fun. Learn about different cultures as you enjoy the shows. If you have events or want to showcase your business, we've got you covered. Watch Aautv free-to-air channel on satellite. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter, at Aautv. Reach out on call or WhatsApp us at +233 26 629 6601 or +233 20 399 5210. Aautv, the voice of higher education in Africa.
My research seeks to address the problem of micronutrients